07836 353 985. We're doing a power flush today in Chester, Handbridge in Chester. It's a very cold morning. It's December 2012, and we've just hooked into the system shortly, and we're getting a good flow around the system. It's open vented system. The customer is a heat team customer. The actual boiler has got a problem though. We knew that before we started. The actual fan isn't working, but the heat team have said the system needs a power flush anyway, and then they're going to come and replace the fan, etc. But the power flushing is going okay. We're just heating the water up now. We've got the actual water heater there. We've got some good Camco FX2 chemical in there. Just before we start to heat the water, we had the magnet in just for half an hour. And you can just see that now. That was only in there half an hour, but what we'll do, we'll put it back in there later, and just to catch all the rust and sludge that's going around the system. If you just look at the water, it's actually quite brown actually. It's more brown rusty than sludgy, this particular system. Okay, it's got 10mm microbore on. We're actually getting a flow through the radiators, and they're just starting to warm up now, like we said, because we've got the heater in the combi mag filter housing. If you don't know what a power flush is, we'll quickly explain. It's just a means of power flushing, of flushing all your central heating, or your radiator circuit, or your pipe works, flushing through your boiler, etc. Just getting it all nice and clean inside. You know, if you've never had it done, it's it's well worth having it done. Your system should be heating up better after we've done it, running quieter. If you don't get all this metal and magnet and sludge out of the system, it just eventually ends up clogging your radiators up, destroying your pumps, valves, etc., and just basically making the system run inefficiently. Price wise, if you're a British Gas contract customer or a home serve customer, we're up to 50% cheaper than British Gas. The job's all done 100% properly. The pH and TDS levels are taken. We actually think we're one of the best in the country. We do a lot of power flushing, and we know what we're doing. All systems are all different. We always hook in to get the best possible flow. We've actually gone in through the pump housing today with a pump adapter, and we're getting a really good flow around the circuit. Okay, we're going to go also clean the header tank out in the loft, so that's all nice and clean, because essentially that is what feeds your boiler. Okay, so we're just going to get on with the job, and we'll get back to you later on. Thanks. Hi barriers, Pro-powerflushing. We're just going to add some more chemical. This is Camco FX2. It's a really good chemical. We don't use any cheap chemical. We only use the real stuff. Okay, we'll get back to you later. Thanks. Hi barriers, Pro-powerflushing. What we're going to do today, just to show you how effective power flushing actually is. We've got this old bit of copper here, old bit of copper pipe, all sort of corroded, discoloured, etc., dirty inside. You just see that. We're just going to dip that in the machine, probably for about an hour or two. We won't, we'll just leave it in for an hour or two, and we'll come back to the pipe, and we'll show you how clean it is. We won't leave it in all day because it's going to get dark, and to be honest, it shouldn't really need to be in there too long for it to do its thing. Okay, so it'll just be a good indication of what our power flushing service actually does for your central heating pipes. Okay, get back to you later, thanks. Do it, would you? So, hi Barry, how's Pro-powerflushing? Just back to this job in Chester. We're getting a really good flow around the system now. It was, it was flowing before, but it's flowing a lot better now. Really nice flow through the radiator. Some of the valves were sticking as well, so we've loosened them off. We're just going to show you this pipe before it gets too dark. There you are, that's the pipe that was in there before. You can see the bit that's been dipped in the chemical, the Camco FX2. It's all nice and clean, and more importantly, probably a bit difficult to see, but it is nice and clean inside as well. So if you can imagine all your insides of your pipes getting nice and clean, and removing all that corrosion and built up sludge and carbon and rust, etc. That's what power flushing is all about. Okay, and that's because we're using the best actual chemicals as well in the power flush. Okay, we're just going to get on with the job. We're going to go and clean the header tank out shortly, and we'll get back to you later. Thanks. Hi Barry, here's Pro-powerflushing. Okay, we're going to clean the header tank out now. As you can see, we've got some fairly big pieces of rust. It's more rusty inside this system today. Some really big pieces of rust and corrosion in here, so we'll get this cleaned out. Okay, thanks. Okay, got a nice clean header tank now, and that's the colour of the water that came out of it. Okay. Hi Barry, here's Pro-powerflushing, just back to this job in Chester. We're actually going to sign off now because we're just starting to rinse it through, but this particular system, the heat team are coming tomorrow to fit a new fan in the boiler, so we can't even fire it up later on, which is a shame. But it's all gone really well. We're getting a great flow still, so we're just on the rinsing cycle. We're still going to be here for about two more hours really. And we're going to put a Sentinel X100 inhibitor in the system later on. But if you need any power flushing done, this is in Chester today. We cover all the northwest area. We go down to Stefford also. Like I say, we're up to 50% cheaper than British Gas or Home Serve. You get a certificate of the power flush with a pH and TDS levels, etc. Just give me a call, telephone number 07836 353 985, or you can email us through our website, which is pro-powerflushing.co.uk. Okay, thank you, bye.